Hello everyone, thank you very much for joining me. So today we're going to make a card for Valentine's Day, although this could be for any occasion really. It could be birthday, anniversary, whatever. But I've chosen to do this one for Valentine's Day, and I'm using up some of my scraps that I've got from the Vintage Rust creative pack. I'm using some warm stone, some coffee bean, some chocolate bliss, and some craft card scraps that I had. And the card that we're making, this is a 5.5 by 5.5 inches, and it's going to be a pop-out card. So like this. So it says love you on the outside, and on the inside it says to the best husband in the world, happy Valentine's Day. And that's what we're going to be making today, and I love that little pop out section, looks really good. And so let's get started. I have lots of scraps that I want to use up, and these are the colours that I want to use. So I've got some, I believe this is Chocolate Bliss cardstock, warm stone, what's this one, Coffee Bean, this is the craft card, and these are, if you've seen me do stenciling before, these are the negatives, because I never waste the ink on my stencils, so I always spritz the stencil with a bit of water and pop it on another piece of card, and usually get the negative image. So I've got these as well that I was thinking of using, and I've also got this here, which is the 3D, I think it's Ornate Circles embossing folder, which I'd gone over, just sprayed over. I believe that was the Ground Espresso, I think, ink. So I was looking at using that too, but I couldn't make up my mind whether to use the stencil, one of the stencils, or this, but I think I'm actually going to go with this one here. So let's just put these to one side, because I have actually gone ahead and cut out some hearts. So I've also got scraps that I'm using from the what's it called, Vintage Rust, the Vintage Rust creative pack, and I've got some odds in here. I've cut out some hearts, I've cut out some hearts in all of them, and a little bit of gold as well, because who doesn't love gold? So I've got those ready, and the card size that I'm using is a 5.5 by 5.5 card. I think that's a nice size to use, and I've already inside, I've already used some of the beautiful papers from the Vintage Rust, and this was cut at 5.25, and I've gone round the edge with the aged mahogany distress oxide. I love this one. This has got like a red brown, it's got a bit of red in it, so because it's a Valentine's Day card you have to have a little bit of red. It's not really red, but it's a nod to red, if you like. So I've just used my finger dauber and gone around the edge of the papers to just to accentuate that a little bit, and I've already stuck them down. The center piece, to give you your pop-up, I've cut that out already. I've got the measurements on here so I know. It's 11 inches long by 1.5 inches wide, and then all I've done is folded it in half and then folded it in half again to give me that. And then you want the mounting to be at the centre fold of your card, and that's going to give us the pop-up. But when I was going to do this, I realised that actually I didn't want this to go right to the edge of the card. I wanted it to line up with my matten layer that I've put on there. So I did actually trim it just a teeny weeny bit, just to add that there. So I might glue this on now to give it time to stick properly. So if I just grab my PVA glue, and I'm just going to pop, hold on, let me make sure I've got that the right way. Yeah, just going to pop some glue on the back of this. You can use red liner tape if you want to, but I find that the PVA glue is just as good. And so just get that in the right position in the center of your card. Lay that down like that. And then if you fold that in, then pop the glue on this one as well. And so when you close your card on top of it, it sticks together. Well, that's the plan anyway. Let's hope it works. My nozzle needs clearing, I think. It's not coming out as well as it usually does. So let's just close my card. Bring this over so you can see. Close my card on top. Just smooth it down, and then that's going to give me my pop-up like that. Okay, so I'm going to close the card because we're going to decorate the outside. I just put the pin back in this glue. So I'm using some of the craft card for the next layer, this one here, and I've already cut this. This is 5 1/4 inch by 5 1/4 inch, because remember our card blank is 5 1/2. So I don't want to put this on foam tape. I want to keep it quite flat. So I'm going to go in just with my PVA glue and do that around the edge. All of my glues are a bit bunged up. I need to get my pins out and start clearing them. Might be quicker if I got my brush glue out, actually. Done that. Right, so getting everywhere. Let's turn this over. I'm just going to hold it up so that I can see it, and just put that down there like that. When you're happy that it's straight. Brilliant. And then my next layer is this piece of card here. So that is just 5 inches by 5 inches in there. And I have as well, as you can see, gone around the edges with my aged mahogany, just to save a bit of time, because you don't want to see me doing that. Now, do I put that on foam tape or do I keep that flat? I might keep this flat too, actually, just because I want to put a bit more dimension with the embellishments that I'm going to put on. So just go around with your glue. Or like I say, if you want to use red liner tape or your double-sided tape, whatever. Red liner tape is strong, but I find this PVA glue is really good, so I'm happy to use that. So that's just a case of sticking that down like that and smoothing it around. And then let's put my pin back in this glue to try and help it. Then, with all of the scraps that I had, I have got all of these bits, like I say, that I've cut. I've got hearts. The hearts are from the double pierced hearts, and I've just used the smaller ones in that die set. I've got some of the little teeny ones as well. So yeah, I want to use these. So arranging them, let's have a look. So I think we'll go with this one here. Now I've not cut this in any size really, I've not measured it. I've just gone by eye and cut it around. And I think again, I think we're going to put this one on flat as well. This is the coffee bean. Love this colour. Of all of the browns actually. The chocolate bliss one is just as it says, bliss, chocolate bliss. Pop that down there. Just hold it till it grabs for a bit. And then with this chocolate bliss one, again, like I haven't measured it, I just by eye just decided what length I wanted it. I want it to stay within this paper piece. I just cut a flag myself. If I just show you what I do, it's quite simple really. Just with a normal piece of card. You can use a die, and there are lovely dies that do flags, but I just go up in the centre. There's no sort of set size, you know, length or size or anything, and then just from the corner diagonally I just go up to meet that and snip that out. And then because I can't do that, that's awkward for me to do it this way, so I just turn it over and do the same thing. She says, my scissors are... This craft card is so strong, it's such good quality, and that's my flag. There's probably other ways of doing it, but that's the way I find it works for me. So this one, I want to put over the top of this one a little bit. I want to keep some of this border down here, but I want this to stay inside as much as possible. So I think I'm still going to stick this down with glue rather than using any foam tape or anything at the moment. So just get my glue. I should lie this on its side actually when I'm using it, because that helps keep it run into the tip easier. And that should be plenty. It's surprising actually you don't need to use loads. Bring the card back in. Oh, my heart. Yeah, bring the card back in rather, and So this needs to go about there, I think. And because it's going over the top of this, I'm just going to hold it at the corners for a bit so that it grabs. If it lifts a little bit, that's not a problem. We can just pop a bit of glue like that. And then the next piece I think I want to use is this beautiful embossing folder piece. I do love this. This was left over from a card I made, I think, when I used the Vintage Rust collection, when I was making my samples, I think. I want that to go about there, but I want this edged in the aged mahogany too, and I haven't done that, so I'll just do that now. So I'm just using a finger dauber. You can use your blending brush if that's easier for you. And you can decide how much ink you're using by keep dipping it in the ink or using the same amount all the way around the card. It's up to you. Like I say, this is what I would call a red brown, and I do love it. That's it. Yeah, just like that. And I think this one wants slightly over the edge, but I still want to keep a bit of a border down there. Now this one I think I might put on some foam tape to start lifting it up. Let's have a look. What do we think? That's going to go there. I want this to go. This is from the Vintage Rust, and it's just one of the shapes, the tag shapes, if you like, that's already in the pack, and I've just cut it out. I want to put that underneath there. So I might cut this actually rather than waste it. I'll get my big scissors. Let's see. I'll cut it along here like that, because it's going to be under there anyway, so this piece can go somewhere else, or it will go in my scraps box to use again another time. Let's pop it in there for now. So I think I might pop this one down first and pop it down flat. So I just pop a bit of glue on it. Ooh. Bit of glue. That's because I've been laying it on its side. It's coming out loads now. Probably got too much on there now. I'm just going to dab a bit of that off, because I don't want it oozing out at all. And let me just bring this back in so I can see where I want this to go. About there. Yeah, just stick that. And yeah, so we're putting this on foam tape, and I think I'm going to use my 1mm foam tape for this. So, oh, I've got an odd bit on here. Yeah, let's put it down. Turn it round. And, oh, what are you doing? Getting Makes a change, doesn't it? Oh, sorry, I've just knocked the camera. Makes a change, doesn't it, to see a Valentine's card done in another colour other than red or pink. Not that Valentine's card in red and pink aren't gorgeous, but not every male wants to receive a pink or a red Valentine's card. So, and hearts can still be, you can still have hearts, but it's just something a little bit different, I think. So let's have a look. We were going to put that about there, weren't we? Leaving a border down here. Yeah, just push that down. Because it's only a little piece, I didn't need to put my wet glue on the back like I usually do when I'm trying to use my foam tape. That's looking good so far. So now we have my hearts that I've cut out. And I was thinking this one up here, so it's going over the edge of the embossed piece. And I was thinking if this one, it's a little bit smaller than that one. So this one down here, should I turn that at a slight angle? Maybe. And put that one there. And then I have this coffee bean one I was going to put there. I was thinking or maybe not, maybe bring that down a bit, bring it down. Is it a bit high? Do you do this when you're trying to compose a card? Faffing, I call it. Do we want to keep it all inside? No, I like it over the edge a bit. I like that there. Sometimes your first choice was the right choice, but so I've got this little one too that I could put somewhere on here. So difficult, isn't it? I'm terrible for this. I do it all the time. Right, so I'm definitely going to put this one down. So this section here is just going to need glue, but I think these two bits here are going to need a bit of foam tape. And I think because this one is already on 1mm foam tape, we're going to need a 2, I think. So just a bit in that top bit and another bit up here, like so. Take that off, take that off. Put your glue down here. And like that. A bit lower maybe. Like that. That's better. I'll just lift that up so I can see. Yeah. And then this one, I think I'm going to put this on foam tape for some height. Down here a bit. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the 1mm foam tape. So I've got some little bits that I don't know if I've told you this before, but when you want to cut your foam tape thinner, you can back it onto, so your big foam tape, for example, mine is quite a thick one, this one, and if I only want little pieces, if you keep cutting into it like that, your scissors get so gunked up with glue. So what I do is I just take a piece of that and I put it onto some, this is from an, what do you call it? A double-sided glue sheet thing, adhesive sheet. So if you put it onto here, and then you can use it from here, cut it and use it from here. I didn't explain that very well, actually. I'll show you, because didn't explain it very well. So if you pop that on there like so, okay, and then with your scissors you can just cut it however thin you want it, and it doesn't actually gunk up your scissors, and then you can just cut it much easier like that. So you can use this, you can use greaseproof paper, but it needs to be shiny, otherwise you won't get it off. So yeah, that's what I do anyway. So now that I've said that, let me find a piece that might fit in here for me. So we'll do this one on here, and that's too big, cut it a bit, and then this one on here. Yeah, and then just take your backing tape off. And bring that back in. So we said we were going to put it kind of down here, didn't we? Like that. That's looking good, isn't it? And then we have this little coffee bean coloured one that I wanted to put down here. Might tilt him a little bit. It's got a little mark on it, which you probably can't even see, but I can see it. It's just there, and it's bugging me, so I'm not using that one. Use this one. Oh gosh, crazy, Angela, crazy. Right, so with this one I want glue on this side and a bit of foam tape on this side. So let's cut a piece from my backing sheet. Does that fit? If I cut that too big, I'll cut it a little bit too big. Just a tad. Just an incy wincy bit too big. So stick that there, like that. And then we want a bit of glue here. Like that. Take off my backing tape. It's probably a bit too much glue. Get rid of some of that. And then turn that over. Turn that like that, so I make sure I've got my 3D foam where I want it. Like that. How's that looking? Yeah, so do I want this anywhere, I wonder? Do I want that in there? Up there, down here. I think I might just pop it there. Do I want it raised? Actually, let me put, I've got a little sentiment. Let me put my sentiment there first, so then I'll know. So what I've got here is just a little love you that I wanted to put here, and that is from the Just Saying Rustic Magnificent Moments Sentiments, and it's just this tiny little one at the top here, and it says love you, and I thought that was quite good just to put on the front here. And I think, yeah, so that needs a little bit of glue there, and a little bit of foam tape on this side, and this little bit that I've cut off is just the perfect size, I think. Let's see, pop that there, get my glue on here. This is fiddly because it's so teeny, but I love it. Teeny weeny. And then, so that's gonna go there, I think, like that. That looks quite cute, doesn't it? So now, I haven't stuck this down. Does it look better without it or with it? I think with it, personally. Do I want to raise it up or do I want it flat? I think I want to raise it up a bit. So, another little piece of foam. On here. So thank you if you're still sticking with me. Thank you for watching this. I know a lot of people fast forward their videos. I don't do that because I think sometimes it's important for you to see all that happens, but even the mistakes. So yeah, thank you if you're still watching and you haven't gotten bored. It's much appreciated. Oh. So just pull off the backing, and then we'll put that down on here. I think just there. Yeah, I think that brings it in nicely. So we've got some of the vintage rust cogs and gears down there. We've got a layer there and we've got a layer there. I'm quite happy with that for the moment. Let's see, I might come back to that, but let's go to the inside. So for this, I've got little panels, and this is in my head what they're going to look like. So you've got that one there, got that one there, we've got this one here, and then we've got this one on the end, and this is just so that you can write something if you want to. And I didn't know what to do, whether to put with love or Happy Valentine's Day. So I'll show you where I've got the stamps from. So To the Best is from the Just Saying Relative Sentiment, and it's up there, To the Best. You've got To the Best, For the Best, The Most Amazing, and so on. So To the Best, and then you've got Husband in here. So Husband, it's for my husband, and In the World is down there. And like I say, I couldn't decide whether to put With Love. This With Love is from the Sunflower Parade script sentiments, and there's two With Loves. There's this one, or there's this one, and I went with that one, but I don't know yet whether I'm going to use that. The Happy Valentine's Day, that's from the Occasional Sentiments, Happy Valentine's Day. So it is a Valentine's Day card. I'm probably will go with that one, but I'm hedging my bets just in case I've got that one. So just so you know, these sections here, these are, now what are they? These are 4.5 by 2.25 inches, and then this is cut out at 4.25 by 2, and that's the same for all of them. Okay, so I'm not going to stick these ones down yet. I'm going to keep that to one side, but I think I'll go ahead and start doing some of these. So I'm just going to move that over there. So the layout of it might not be exactly like that, but it will be roughly like that. So this one I'm going to stick down with glue. I did go around the edges of this too with the aged mahogany, just to tie it all in. So PVA glue on the back, stick it down. Nice and flat. And like that. I might go ahead and glue them all down before I start sticking the embellishment bits on. So just bear with me for a minute while I do that. Like I say, I don't fast forward my videos, so I do appreciate you sticking with me while I do this. And make the card kind of in real time. I did go ahead and do a few bits, but most of it is in real time. Like that. And then this one. So I'm not going to stick down the last panel yet because I can't decide what I'm putting on there. And I did think about putting these on the card before I actually decorate them. But then I thought actually I might be better off decorating them first. Or would I? Who knows? Yeah, no, I think I'm going to decorate them first and then pop them on. Oh no. Oh, for goodness sake, Angela. Get a grip. I am going to what she says. I think I'm going to put them on the card before I decorate them. Yeah, I am. So I'll just bring this back in. Let's move these over here so that I don't want to lose them. So I've got, my desk is a bit of a mess. So these are all going to go on here. Like so. This is the one that I haven't decided yet what's going on it. And turn that one round. Haven't decided what's going on it yet, so. And then this one. On there. Like that. Yeah, I think I will glue them first. So I want a bit of glue in the middle. And I'm guessing that's roughly in the middle where I put the glue. Like that. And then do the same with this one. Turn it over now that we've got that one in place. We can see where the glue is going. And then just try and get that as lined up as you can. Whoop. This is where red liner tape would be good because it would stick instantly. It wouldn't slip and slide, but I'm making life difficult for myself, as I usually do. And glue on the back there. This is the one that's going to have the white bit of card on that you can write on. Stick that. And then this one. We want the glue on here. And then like that. Then, whoops, let's pinch that. So then that should go like that. Yeah, so those two will pop up like that. And it will fold. It'll be a little bit of bulk, but not too much. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this one first. So this is the one that's going to say "to the best." Now, so I've got my vintage rust cogs and gears that I'm going to put on here. And I'm going to keep it flat. So, bit of glue. Down here. Get my tweezers actually. Why am I trying to do everything without them? Just make it, I'm not going to use my good ones. Because when I use my good ones, I get glue everywhere. So I'm going to stick this, I'm going to stick this over this side, I think. Pop that down like that. Put my good ones back. Do you have good tools that you don't want to use? You just keep them to look at every now and again. And then I've got my, let's bring this over so we can see it a little bit more. I've got my coffee bean heart that I'm going to pop there, I think. Now remember, you've got a bit of a bend, so you just don't want it to overlap with this one too much. Bring it down so we can see, yeah, like that. Yeah, so I'm going to keep this flat as well. I don't want the middle of the card to be too bulky. I'm not posting it, but I'm handing it to him. But I still don't want it to be too bulky. About there, I think. Push that down. And then we have our, what did I say this was called? Is it warm stone? Yeah, I think this one's warm stone. Bring that down a bit. Pop that there. I think I'm going to have this on a bit of foam tape. So I've got my bit of foam tape that I've cut. Let's bring this up here so you can see it. So I'm just placing that on there. And then it wants another little piece. It's fiddly on here. And just take the backing off. And I'll put it up there like that. And got To the Best. Want a bit of foam tape on that one as well, I think. To the Best. And put that one down there. I love these stinky little sentiments. And then I have got a gold heart, which I thought I might bring in up here. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. And a bit of glue. I'm going to pop that up there. Like that. I'm liking this so far. So To the Best. So this panel should say husband. So, and this was a bit left over from that piece that I put on the front of the card. So again, I edged it with the aged mahogany distress oxide. I'm going to put that this side, I think. I'm going to keep that flat because it's already got some texture on it, being a 3D embossing folder piece. The wet glue will sink into those embossed bits really well. So a little bit higher maybe than that one. That down there. And for this one, I've got the Chocolate Bliss heart. Higher, lower, maybe a little bit higher. I need to be careful now that this, when I fold it, and you see, like, we don't want it to hit on here or be on this edge, so you've got to be really careful where you place this one. So I want it maybe like that, kind of off center a bit. Yeah, I'm still going to just put this one on with glue. For quickness. So we said off center a bit, didn't we? Let me just double check. Just open that again. Yeah, that's going to be fine. So just hold that because it's on this embossed raised bit. Just want to make sure that it grabs okay. Yeah, and then I have a heart out of the cogs and gears that I'm going to put here, I think, like that. Like that. Am I going to raise that one? Yeah, I think I'm going to raise that one. No, don't think I am actually, but it will need a little bit along the bottom, won't it? So if that's going to go like that, it's going to need a little bit on here. Is that too big? No, it shouldn't be. Let's pop a bit on and see. We can always take it off if I've got it too big, if I've got it in the wrong place. And pop it there. And then I'm going to want a little bit on here as well, I think, actually. We're going for it now, aren't we? We're going for it with the foam tape. Why am I using my nails and not my pokey tool? Please tell me. Right, like this. That looks good, doesn't it? And then we have to my husband. So the husband bit, the husband. We're going to put that up there. We're going to keep it down here. We'll pop it down here even. If I'd love to be inside my brain. Well, no, I wouldn't actually. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. I can never decide just terrible. Up there, there, down here. I keep going back down here. I want it down here. And I think it's better down. Is it better down here? For goodness sake. I'm so sorry if you're still watching me and you're thinking, what is that woman doing? Can she not just make up her mind? No, I can't. Obviously. I'm putting glue on, and then wherever my mind takes me, when I've got the glue on, that's where it's going. My tweezers to hold it so I don't drop it. Go back up here now. No, I am coming back down here. It's going here. That's where it's going. And it's staying there. Crazy woman. And then this is going here for a pop of gold. Yeah. So then we have this one. And this one is going to say, in the world. So, to the best husband. To the best husband in the world. Don't tell him that though. Mind you, we've been married. We got married in 1982. So I was 19, he was 20. They said it would never last. Although back in them days, people did get married young, didn't they? His parents did. My parents did, but then they divorced. But his parents are still together. And still both alive, thankfully. Unfortunately, I've lost both my parents. But so yes, we got married in 1982. So this year, we'll be married for 44 years. Crazy. How did he put up with me? I don't know. I really don't know. So this one, this is going to go on flat. Again, this is the cogs and gears that I've just cut into a flag. And I'm going to pop that down over here. Like that. And then we have a heart in the warm stone. And this is going to go on flat as well. So this is going to be the same as this one. You just want to make sure that when you fold it, it's not going to hit anything. So I'll bring it up a little bit higher, up there. So glue again. I haven't gone right to the edges with the glue because I think that's going to hang over a little bit. So up here, like that. Just check. Is that going to hit? No, I think that'll be fine. Just to be on the safe side, I'm just going to turn it ever so slightly. Yeah, no, I think that'll be okay. Just like that. Okay, and then I've got a chocolate bliss heart. I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to keep that one flat because I don't want, we're getting a bit of bulk in the middle and I don't want too much bulk. So yeah, I'm actually going to put that there rather than overlap it, because I think I'm going to put in the world across there. No, actually I don't like that there. I'm going to move that up a tiny bit. And then in the world, I'll put that on there. Here I go again, faffing. I've got other, in my box here, I've got other little ones that I could put on. Got this beautiful one. Look at this one. That's gorgeous, isn't it? I could put that on. No, it's a bit too big. That one. And then that on there. Yeah, I might do that actually. Like that. Yeah. So I want a bit of foam tape for the sentiment. On the back of here, just a thin piece. Oh, I've gone over the edge now. Take that off. Now I'm all stuck to it. Start again. Helps if you. The trouble is I'm trying to see things over or under the camera, over the camera. It's a bit tricky. I'm just making excuses now for not getting it straight. And then take the backing off. Still not straight. Goodness me. Let's cut that tiny bit off. It's only a little bit, but it will bug me if I don't cut it off. So, in the world is going there. It's going up there actually. In the world. Get rid of my rubbish. And then these we're going to just pop on with a little bit of glue. There's a lot of glue on here. After saying that my glue's not coming out, it's coming out plenty now. So that's going there. And my pop of gold, just because I can, is going to go down here. What do you think? So just bend this up so it folds beautifully. That's the front so far. And so now we just have to decide, do I want with love, or do I want Happy Valentine's Day? As it's Valentine's Day, I think we have to go with this one, don't we, really? I can do the with love for a birthday or something else, anniversary. But as it's Valentine's Day, that's what we're going with. So just pop that on there. And then, like I say, you can write something on this bit. That's why I've not decorated this panel. So you can write your gushy sentiment if that's how you feel. Or you can just put whatever to whoever. And that's looking good. So I'm happy with that. But I've got some, what have I got? I've got some pearls, some gold star pearls. And I was thinking just to add a little bit of, actually, does this need a couple of little hearts on it? Would it look nice with a couple of little hearts? I think it would tie it in nicely, actually, wouldn't it? You've still got room here to write something. Oh, I've got these. Have I got a little chocolate bliss one? I love that colour. I forgot, yeah, I've got a chocolate bliss one too. Have I got a... I have got a coffee bean. Oh, now what do I do? Pop that one back. That's a bit plain. That's a bit dark against the white, and pop that back. Definitely like the warm stone. And I definitely like the coffee bean. Do I want the gold one as well? Or maybe I'll do away with the warm stone and have the gold one. No. I'm going to keep the warm stone and do away with the gold. That's what I'm going to do. So, bit of glue. That's going to go in that corner there. This one. Push it down. That's going to go there. And then this one. Should only have two really, shouldn't it? But I'm just going to put something heavy on that, just to hold that down for a moment. Like that. My big paperweight. Move that all out of there. Put my pin back in my glue. And then what do I need? So, am I going to put some pearls on? Some random pearls. I think it would look quite nice with a couple of... Let me just get my little tray out. Move that over there for a moment. Put my foam tape away. And just get my little tray out to pop these in. There's all the big ones coming out. Yeah, I think I want all the dinky ones, the 3mm ones must be right at the bottom. I think I just want the 3mm ones. So let's see if I was to lift that up now. That's still not stuck in that corner. So fold that over. If I was to pop just the odd what would it look like? Would it look all right? Would it be too much? It's difficult. I don't think that's too much. I think that's quite nice. I am going to go for it. I'm just going to do 3. Try and stick with an odd number. 3 or 5 is nice. But I have been known to do 7 or more. Yeah. That's quite nice, isn't it? And then, because we've done it on the outside, we've got to do it on the inside, don't we? So, let's see. Just going to move these because I will knock them if I don't. I'm going to do 1, 2, and then 3, I think. If I can find the little diddy ones. 1. Have I got any in this one? I do use the little diddy ones more than I use the big ones. So I'm praying that I'm not out of them, because then you'd hear me cry. Yeah, I found a little one. I keep asking Phil if we can have more of the little ones rather than the big ones, but I know there's a reason behind why we can't, but I can't remember what it is. Have I got any more little ones in here? There's a couple. Okay, so right, so on this one we're going, where are we going? We're going here, here, and here. So, oh, those two are stuck together. Flip them over. You can never get them the right way round, can you? When they come out of the pot, they just want to go where they want to go. They just want to lie the way they want to lie. Here's another one. And then, before I put, there's one, I need to make sure I've got enough. So, one there, one here, and one here. So, 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to put any over here. We've filled that up enough with those, I think. So I think that looks rather nice now. I'm really pleased with that. It's not completely dry, so I'm being really careful with it, but yeah, I'm really pleased with that. What do you think? I hope you like it. And I like the pop out bit. That's what it looks like from above. It's just nice, isn't it, when you open it? It's just something special. To the best husband in the world, happy Valentine's Day. And on the front it says love you. So if you liked that, please give me a thumbs up, like the video. That really helps the channel if you could. If you haven't already, then please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, but like I say, it really helps me out. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye for now.